If I asked you which weapon out of the RUS and the GKS killed faster at a close to medium range, what would you answer? The RUS, right? I mean, it's one of the best SMGs in the game. In fact, it was widely considered the best SMG in the game before things like the Cordite and QQ9 came along. And the GKS is a nothing. Nobody uses it, so how could it possibly kill faster than the RUS? Well, believe it or not, the GKS actually does kill faster than the RUS. Mind you, by a very small margin, but it still holds true. So, the GKS is better, right? Because it kills faster. Well, no. The community's right. The GKS isn't a very good weapon right now. But how is it worse than the RUS? Is it recoil? Nope. The GKS is an absolute laser. Here you can see both of these weapons recoil, and as you can see, the GKS is much better than the RUS. Well, what about magazine size? It's true that the size of the magazine is much bigger in the RUS than the GKS. However, they end up firing for around the same amount of time because of the fire rate. And that's exactly it. Fire rate. You see, nobody's perfect, and you're gonna miss quite a bit of shots when you're firing an automatic weapon. In fact, it shows you this exact value after the game in the percentage of shots hit. However, the faster the fire rate of the weapon, the more forgiving it is, i.e. the less time to kill you're gonna lose from missing shots. This is the calculation of time to kill. It essentially takes the fire rate of the gun and then times it by the amount of shots that it needs to kill, -1, since the first shot will be instant. In the calculation of time to kill, it assumes that you're going to hit every single shot fired, which is just not true. Path.exe states that the damage of a weapon plays more of an important role in time to kill than the fire rate of a weapon. And whilst this is true from a mathematics standpoint, it doesn't show the full story in-game. Remember what I said about you missing a lot of shots, and so the time to kills shown aren't completely accurate. So what if you want a rough time to kill that you're gonna consistently get in-game? Well, to do that, we're first gonna need to calculate what I'm gonna call your true shots to kill. To do this, all you need to do is get the shots to kill of your weapon of choice, and then divide it by your average accuracy. Once you've done this, you can put your shots to kill into the time to kill equation to get what I've accordingly named your true time to kill. Let's take the RUS for example. It has a rounds per second of 12.58 and an initial shots to kill of 5. It also has a punishment value of 79.5 milliseconds, which essentially means that if you miss a shot, you're going to be adding 79.5 milliseconds to your time to kill. This stat is important later. Putting these stats into the equation, we get a time to kill of 318 milliseconds, which is the initial time to kill of the RUS. However, I only hit around 30% of my shots, so what would the time to kill be then? Well, we first calculate our true initial shots to kill, which ends up being 16.66, which rounds up to 17. Note that this will always round up to the next whole number, despite whether the decimal is less than 0.5. Putting our true initial shots to kill into the equation, we now get a time to kill of 1272 milliseconds, which is our true time to kill. Doing the same with the GKS, we get a true time to kill of 1307 milliseconds, which as you can tell is slower than the RUS. This is because, as you can see in the bottom left of the screen, the punishment value for the GKS is 100.5 milliseconds, which is significantly more than the RUS. Note that this is based off of my accuracy, so it may be different from you guys, but the main takeaway of this video should be that raw time to kill stats are very misleading and that you should take them with a grain of salt and also take other things into account such as the fire rate of a weapon. But that's all for this video guys, so thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if you guys got confused by any of these numbers. If you have any questions at all, simply leave a comment and I'll answer as many as I can. And if you liked this video or found it useful, please do leave a like. I put a lot of effort into this video because I felt that you guys just deserved to know about this. Also, please consider subscribing if you want to see more content from me. Right now I'm in the middle of content week, which is essentially me posting a video every single day for a week. I know this one's a little late, but I'll be back on track soon, so stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and without further ado, I'll see you guys next time.